Oh, baby, we're back. Holy fucking moly, we're back right now, and it feels oh so good. I see a lot of familiar faces in this place, and it feels very, very nice to get a lot of things back on track. Still waiting on an actual professional camera, not just this bullshit down here. Hello, yes, I'm speaking to you, but it's getting the job done, at least for now, and it's all good. And I'm just trying to figure out this new feature on my streaming software, how to highlight a chat, because I have the best chat to highlight right here. It's from the General, and he states, "I'm tripping balls." Like, I fucking love that, man. That's great. I wish I could have just absolutely plastered that all over the screen. I'll have to figure that out, that feature out a little bit later, because that is that's exactly what I wanted to hear, sir. You're in the right place right now. What's up, Tino? It's good morning to you, man. John, dude, good morning. Mr. Michael Blast, Ian Terry. We got some OGs in this cave. King Cosmic, what's up, man? King Carpenter. A lot of kings. I like how everyone calls himself a king now. It's just like, sup, king? What's up, king? We can't all be fucking kings. Some of us are peasants. I'm a peasant, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's peasants and kings, and they both start with P. What? Or soy boy? Soy boy is the one that you don't want to be, however. I learned about that one recently, and it's actually hilarious and very accurately describes a lot of people, actually. Fucking soy boy. A soy. Like, stop eating soy. It's bad for you. It's really fucking bad for you. But you know what? You know what the Finnish government just came out and said? They said, soy is good. Eat more soy. It's fucking hilarious. Like, I used to not really believe in many of this conspiratorial stuff, but now it's like you see it in front of your face, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. What the fuck are we looking at right over there? Anyways, I want to bring up a little bit of a fun social media post that was pointed out to me yesterday, and I baited it as well. And I'll just bring it to the chart view over here. Mr. Ben Armstrong, formerly known as BitBoy, perhaps now BitMan, after his very impressive karate combat win, says, "Who's next?" And I got a bunch of tags in this thread, and I said, "Hey, we can do it at Crypto Fight Night 4 in April if you really want." I don't know if he's if he's into boxing, and you know, if he's listening to this right now, he's probably not. He's probably busy. He's probably sleeping or some shit like that, or I don't know. He might be on some of that Mexican coffee, and in that case, he's definitely awake. But you know, I don't mean anything. You know, I don't have any ill intent with that. It's just I think it would be a fucking fun event to do, man. Like he's got all the clout right now. I had a lot of fun in the boxing match that I did, and you know, I feel like this would be the time, you know, to really build up the crypto excitement, right? The crypto excitement where Bitcoin's basically around prior all-time highs. Everyone's happy, kind of, at least the happiest that you really can see in this market, and it would just be epic to have a showdown like that. You know, again, I don't hate him or nothing. Just I think it would be a good competition. It would get a lot of eyeballs. It would get a lot of hype, and that's what I'm about, man. I think that would be cool as hell. But yeah, going back into this view over here, what's up, Farhan? Good to see you, man. I know Farhan would come down. I've actually met him in real life. Pretty damn cool guy. He was at my last fight as well. And man, I just had so much fucking fun there. So much fucking fun. Even though it was like 1 a.m. It was like 1 or 2 a.m. And I go to bed, just so you know, I go to bed at like 9 p.m. usually. So I was like sleepwalking into the arena. Like it took me around to just kind of wake up and just feel like, what the fuck is going on here? Drug tests, Dickie Butts goes nuts. Dickie Butts goes how did I almost just scoot over that one? He can take all the drugs that he wants, but I can too. So anyways, Frantic Rock says, "Hey, Krown, nothing can possibly go wrong now, right? Such as episteme. Actually, don't know what you mean by that, but if you mean in terms of price action, you know, I think that I heard this term come from, I think it was either Jason or Michael Pizzino recently, and they said the term "the winner's curse," and I think that just really accurately describes what's going on right now in the markets. It's like it's that time when, you know, we're all geniuses, right? Because all you have to do is just be long. And just kind of overthinking things is, well, it's going to be the antithesis of you know, of getting the most net profits, of course. But of course, as always, the skill is to keep those profits. And at some point, you know, we're going to see some downturns, we're going to see some pullbacks, we're going to see probably some pretty severe pullbacks as well. But it does seem to me that you know, the big turnaround is probably still further away. But of course, you know, if Bitcoin were to have, let's say, like a 20% pullback, that is very tradable. And, you know, to trade around that, I think is certainly worthwhile. So I think that'll be the next big thing to be mindful of. I don't necessarily see it just yet, but as Bitcoin does, kind of reapproach these prior all-time highs, of course, that is going to be, always a big topic. I see some Finnish going on over here. Round trip no more says huomenta. And I think that actually means good morning. I don't know though. It means morning. Okay. Elsa says it means morning. I just learned a new Finnish word, so now I can say 4 Finnish words. I know hi, goodbye, fuck, and thank you, and that as well, actually. So 5. I'm doing pretty well after 5 for 5 years. Anyways, all-time highs are more stressful than the lows, says Crypto Carpenter. I kind of agree with you, just because, when Bitcoin is going sideways or just not at new all-time highs or not doing anything like severe to the upside, you don't really have that many decisions to be making. Realistically, if you're a long-term investor, which I wouldn't say like I'm switching over to being, but because I'll always be a trader at heart, but I'm actively learning and I'm actively, really trying to get better at that. I get that. I totally get that, because realistically, as an investor, you really shouldn't be making too many decisions on a yearly basis even. So you have to start to ask yourself, okay, like I'm up pretty fucking big here. Should I take profits, or am I kind of kicking myself out of a better position, perhaps? So that is, I totally understand you there. Of course, the antidote to that, at least in my experience, is to take partials if you really want, and that can be managed in that way. What's up, Naz? Hi, fam. What's up, fam? Good morning, fam. Agreed. Lows are easy to buy. Buying green kind of hurts. Yeah. I mean, especially if you were on this channel, or I think the Bazzino brothers did a really, really good job as well. And I'm sure that there's a few other people, in the space too. But, in early 2023, fuck yeah, man. It was, especially if you're a long-term believer, it's like, all right, this would be the time to start to allocate. But fair enough. Good morning to Mr. Kwamar as well. I should warn you guys though, I'm in Dubai right now, so you might in the background hear some sort of Muslim chanting. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it is, but we live literally right next to a mosque, and I get woken up at fucking 5:30 a.m. every day. So I guess I'm kind of religious, or I guess I'm kind of Muslim myself. At least I'm participating more than probably most people. Salam alaikum. I think I'm saying that right, Mr. IB or LBIB. Good morning, Jim, man. And we love the Muslim chanting. It does make it is like a bullish chant. Weirdly enough, and of course this sounds very egotistical, but weirdly enough, every time that we've been in Dubai, has been a fucking massively bullish time for Bitcoin. The first time I came to Dubai was in October of 2021. What happened then? Bitcoin was breaking past the prior $65,000 all-time high, like literally when I was there. Then we came back relatively soon after that. Market comes back down. Then we came back February after that. That was when Bitcoin had the bull trap of 2022, but it rallied up from 35,000 to 45,000. Like, it's a pretty fucking big move. And then we came back last year at the beginning of the year. So that was beginning of 2023 on that move from 18 or 19,000 bucks up to 25, and then we came back just a couple weeks ago. It's doing the same thing. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I don't know. Maybe it's good. Dubai, yeah, it's in the name. It's BUI. Anyways, I'm getting my notes prepared over here. I want to make sure that I have everything nice and well and done, and then we can get back to chatting. We can do some of the requests over here as well. What's up, Mr. Filson? Good morning to you. Thanks, Krown. Alhamdulillah. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but all good. And what's up, Sushi Yum Yums? Hello from Switzerland. Probably one of the best places in the world. Anyways, Krown flying is the real buy signal. It's a volatility signal. I mean, sometimes that's coming to the downside, but I remember the first one, which was in it was like in October of 2019, and Bitcoin like shot up on some sort of China bullshit. Anyways, I also wanted to show this before we get into the actual analysis of the day. Just another MetaSignals signal over here that they freely posted in their Discord, which you can get to. Actually, I don't have a link to their Discord in the description below, but I do have a link to some of their stuff in the description below. I've been showing this one pretty heavily recently, but I just want to show their results so that you can quite literally see in front of your face. And yes, not all of them work out, and they do post the ones that don't work out as well. But of course, if you want all of them, then you have to. The catch is you have to actually buy it, which is crazy. It's a crazy idea. It's a crazy idea that you have to pay for something that might give you value back. Fucking crazy. Anyways, this what? Are you serious? Elsa's sister is in the chat. was in the chat. I don't know where she's at right now, but all good. Which sister? Which one? Oh, that's awesome. And then also Uni right here. I think this is actually a really good example, of a trade just in general, because you can see that it tested the stop loss area many times, but the way that they do their risk management, which is similar to the way that I do mine as well, is that you need to see a closure below that range low. So a really good example right here of, bouncing off that region a few times actually. You could have technically got a better entry. That's where your actual TA skills do come into play, of course. But as you can see, you can trade around these sort of things. And this one's still open for what it's worth right now, and especially with Uni putting in that higher low on the hourly right here. I mean, it's kind of hard not to think that it's probably going to trade higher towards that target 3. Anyways, let me get into the chart view over here. Oh. Fuck, I almost forgot. Or actually, I'll save this for the recording of the video because I'll probably post this recording later today. Yeah. I should let you know as well, if you're interested in these live streams, we'll continue to do these weekly, at least once, sometimes twice, but I actually don't know the day in advance. I won't know the day I won't know the day in advance, but I'll know a day or two prior to it, so I can give a little bit of a heads up that way. But at least once, maybe even twice, again, depending on volatility within the market. Anyways, okay, cool. Let me just get my recording ready over here. Let me get all this ready over here. Yes, this is the new Krown VMP, which if you do have access to the Jewel Light or the former Jewel Light, all you have to do is you have to just delete it off your chart and then re-add it under the Krown VMP, and it'll bring up this new indicator. I'll post videos later, both into the program and also on YouTube explaining it and in the new functionality and how to use it, and even a strategy that goes alongside of it as well. All right, cool. Pat Murphy says, yes, obviously it's up only now. Not possible to go below 50,000 ever again. That's exactly right, man. It's literally never going to even go below 57,224 and a half, as you can see right now. It's a crazy idea. I don't know, but I don't make the rules, man. I don't make the fucking rules. Anyways. Welcome back to the Krown Crypto channel. It is a nice little Tuesday, Wednesday morning as we get into this one. Don't know what day it is, but most importantly, we do see that Bitcoin is on the path of continuation. So I wanted to speak about today what the sort of likely areas of interest are to be, and then of course, well, invalidations on the other side. So first things first, as always, I like to start off with the revisiting of the daily statistics right here. And as we can see, Wednesday is actually more or less a wash for Bitcoin with, or if I go over here to the daily, yeah, Wednesday is literally perfectly split 50-50 between positive and negative closures. Now, it does look like today's probably going to be more on the positive side. And for Wednesday, it actually does boast one of the higher return days for the positive side. In fact, it's the second highest day at 2.5% on all the positive closures versus just under 2% on the negative closures. So let's see what that would kind of look like in terms of an actual range for today's price action. And of course, right on over here, we can see from the open 2.5% to the upside would put Bitcoin closer to about 58,500, and about 2% to the downside would put Bitcoin closer to just under 56,000 bucks. So the likely range for today. Overall, I am still looking at this as continuation. Yesterday's price action did confirm something that we spoke about as well. We saw 1, 2, 3, 4 days close positively in a row, and so based off our run-up statistics over here, after four closures in a row, that is officially at the 84th percentile for consecutive green closures in a row. And you really only expect that sort of thing to be happening during important and well, meaningful breakouts. And this would fit the bill for that, I would say, with yesterday's closure especially. The maximum we've seen in a row was 10. Actually, let's go over here to the index and see what the full history on this one would look like. It's actually 14. It's actually 14. Crazy, man. Anyways, yes, so anyways, going on from there. Also, I did forget to mention this one yesterday. I was focused on the meta signals alert, which we spoke about, another one over here, but I wasn't recording during that time. Anyways, in this case, the 4-hour time frame for the Oracle Pro, let me get rid of this in the background, did fire off a strong buy signal. And I should also let you know that if you are watching this right now, the Krown VMP is officially live, which is essentially just an updated version of the Krown, or not the Krown, but the Jewel Light. So if you had access to the Jewel Light, all you have to do in order to receive this is you just need to delete it off your charts and then re-add it. And once you re-add it, it'll be under the name Krown VMP, and it'll have some added functionality. I'll post videos later today on how to use it, both on YouTube and also in the program itself, along with the strategy, just kind of like a cookie cutter strategy that you can use with it as well. But that is there and ready for you. And we'll be switching everything over, like I said, to Teachable. So it'll be a slow process, of course. Elsa kind of has to process it by hand, which she's doing a really, really good job of, but, it takes time. So do have a little bit of patience with it. It's going to, this is going to be like a multiple day, maybe even like a multiple week effort as we do get things switched around. Anyways, moving on now, I do want to get into the daily bands. So the daily HPDR bands did something of significance yesterday as well. It did close above the 50% range high, even testing pretty much around the 61.8 level, which we did say was a continuation target from that. And so again, for today, this actually kind of coincides pretty damn well with what we looked at on the daily statistics. Can Bitcoin come back and back test around the 50% range high? Yeah, it's possible, $56,000. But ultimately, I'm looking for Bitcoin to I would not be looking for Bitcoin to close below it today. If it does, that would be an invalidation, to be fair. And as always on this channel, I really want to differentiate this content from maybe other content that you see out there in talking about invalidation. So what am I trying to say? As long as Bitcoin is closing daily dildos above $56,000, upside is the more likely thing to be happening, and downside is limited right here. And then, of course, if we do see Bitcoin close above the 61.8 level, which is kind of where price action is at right now, a little bit higher, 57,300, the high of the day thus far, basically, then at that point, the road is open towards literally $60,000. I know that these numbers sound crazy, and I agree with that, but at the same time, statistics are statistics, returns are returns, and rules are rules at the end of the day. So I'd be looking for at least a move somewhere around like 59, somewhere around here if that were to happen. Again, invalidation below, let's call it 55,900. So not necessarily $56,000, but 55,900 on a daily closing basis. Until then, all price action within this range right here likely leads towards one more try to the upside. Again, based off of the daily statistics over here, we do have the we do have the sort of setup that you would expect in a pretty impressive breakout. Anyways, more to the point, I do want to get into the 5-day bands, which are going to be closing not tonight, but tomorrow night. We can see kind of a similar thing over here as well. In fact, this would be what you might expect to see on the daily, just already on the 5-day, which is a much more powerful time frame, obviously, but takes longer to play out, of course. And we do see that the 5-day time frame is as of right now above the 61.8 level. I think it's very likely it's going to continue to remain above there. Or on closure, but to be fair, 54,400 basically. If Bitcoin were to come back down below there, okay, another damn good signal that this is a trap, and get ready for some big downside movements, probably back into the mid to low $40,000 territory. Again, always needs to be invalidations for other side, because it's always a possibility, just maybe not a high probability. But in this case right here, the 5-day time frame, assuming that it does close above or just anywhere above that level, somewhere into the low 60s is fair game in the next few periods, perhaps. 786 level is currently at 64,300, so take that for what it's worth. I'm not saying that things have to trade back up there, no, but just anywhere within that range would kind of be fair game. Anyways, moving on now, I did want to show the monthly as well, because yesterday we spoke about this briefly, but today I want to go a little bit more in depth, especially as the monthly becomes closer and closer to the next closure. And in this case, we have about 1.5 days left trading in this month of February before we get into March. And several things are on the precipice of happening right here that we have not seen for a very, 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 very long time. To put this in perspective, last time that we saw what I'm about to talk about was November of 2020, and that is a monthly closure above the median, whilst the HPDRO is also having upside pressure on both the moving average and just the plot line. And in this case, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's going to get a free shot to the 50% level high right here, although that is what has happened the last few times we have seen it reclaim that region, namely over here in 2017, 2017 right here, and then also more recently right here, of course. But as you can see, that would be $97,000 as of right now. But more importantly, long term, that would really set in that Bitcoin's very likely not just to retest all-time highs, but probably make new all-time highs. Again, long term, maybe later this year, probably second half this year if I had to guess. But then again, things are happening much faster than than realistically what I was looking for, especially in this past month of February. So fair enough, timing is always difficult, but that's why we have, hard price numbers to be going off of, or at least that's what I trust more in. Anyways, I want to take this a few steps further now, because what I did not talk about yesterday that I completely missed was this. The HPDRO is also going to, upon closure, confirm above the zero read. So that would be positive momentum plus volatility, with the moving average also having a positive slope. And we've really only seen this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in Bitcoin's history. And they've all kind of marked off some pretty impressive levels for Bitcoin. So let me just kind of get naked on these charts because it'll make a little bit more sense. But I think the chart just kind of speaks for itself, right? Like this, basically. We can see that, the first iteration was September 2010, before Bitcoin just fucking blew its load to the upside. Second iteration over here was February 2013. Again, blew its load to the upside. And very quickly after that as well. Same thing over here in 2017. Again, big blown load to the upside, really in the next month. The only one that failed was 2019, in June 2019, that is, right here. You might say that, it might have been black swan territory, but I would also counter that point. I would counter that point by the positioning of the moving average on the HPDRO. You can see in this iteration, the moving average was way down here. So what does that tell us? It tells us that that momentum was so strong. It was the momentum in this iteration over here was so strong that we didn't even see the moving average get above the zero read. It was so fucking far away. So the short-term momentum was so strong that it was unsustainable. Whereas you can see the more recent ones over here, it's closer, and especially in 2017, closer. And so that was a more sustainable version. And, we kind of have some similar over here as well, where the moving average is very close to the zero read. In fact, it's one of the closest it's ever been, while it is crossing over into positive territory. So let's say that also kind of bodes well for long term. Anyways, last point I'll end on for today's video. Again, you can easily see short-term pullbacks to 56, but ultimately, as long as daily stochastic momentum's to the upside, which it is freshly crossing the upside right here and also about to reclaim the moving average, it's kind of hard to be bearish in the short term, and continuation is more likely in the next few days. Maybe a pullback on Thursday, as typically Thursday does like to close negatively, but pullback plus continuation is reasonable, especially after some pretty girthy days to the upside anyways. But right now, the daily momentum pivot is 55,300 for reference. So, a lot of things coming in, just below 56, basically. I would say daily close below 56. Okay, fair enough. Bitcoin's going to play out a pretty sizable pullback in the short term, but until that happens, upside is a more likely thing to be happening, and we've gone over the areas of interest to be aware of, especially a big one for tomorrow night's closure on that 5 days. So I think that's a good place for me to be leaving off on this particular video. Again, a lot of things that we spoke about here, but I should let you know that if you're watching this video later, this is being recorded during a live stream. I've switched around the live stream times while I'm here in Dubai. It will be at it will be at midnight Eastern Standard Time. So I understand that that's maybe not the best for Europeans mornings, but they're Europors, so fuck them. Anyways, just kidding, okay? Just kidding, all right? It's a bad attempt at humor, blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. But if you want to join it in, well, of course you can, because it's free to do and all good. Anyways, I'll end things on that note, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Nice. We did it. We did it. And I still got, check this out. This is a small cup of coffee in fucking Dubai. What the hell? What the hell is this shit? Anyways, okay, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I do want to let everyone know, because I've been getting a few emails about this. I do want to let everyone know that there is a Discord for this channel. It's completely free to join on in. There's some funny motherfuckers in there, by the way, as well. Watch out for Data Dan. He's probably the funniest, actually. He's probably the funniest, but there's a lot of good guys in there. Too many to name, honestly, but a lot of good guys. I don't want anyone to feel left out. But you'll figure it out very, very quickly once you get in there. you got named and freed always bickering at each other, which is hilarious. You got Gritter's really, really good guy. You got So Obvious. You got all these fucking dudes, man. You got all these guys who just they're like always scheming in the background to like what they're gonna do next. So you can find a link to the Discord in the description below. And now I will go ahead and pull up some of the super chats. Elsa's doing this in like the most. What are you doing? Do you not know how to take a screenshot on your computer? She's like taking it with her fucking phone. It's like the most ghetto way. Actually, it probably is faster, and yeah, it works for me anyways, so all good. By the way, Elsa and I found the most ridiculous person, the most ridiculous musical artist on YouTube, and her name is Sexy Red, and I will just leave it at that, and you can go figure the fuck out, man. Crazy. We also watched we watched a documentary, which, by the way, Elsa calls document. I want to watch a document tonight. We watched a document on what's it called, fentanyl epidemic going on in America and Canada. It's fucking crazy, man. That is crazy. Anyways, I see Fat Nuts question mark is first today. He's looking at WIF USD on the 4-hour and daily. So let's just go check that one out. Actually, I'll pull it up here. Let's see. Let's see what we got on WIF. Okay, so breaking out to new all-time highs. We see daily momentum is to the upside, breaking back into the bullish control zone as long as it's above 38.5 cents. It's literally trading almost 2x from that number. Like literally not even helpful. Higher highs, higher lows. Make it no more complicated than that. Very bullish on this one as long as it's above about 50 cents. Long term. Jesus Christ, man. I guess we can do like a Fibonacci extension on this one just to see areas of interest to the upside. We got 68.5 cents. I mean, it's already hit that, so I'm probably going to consolidate in this like 60 cent range for a little bit of time. But after that, probably looking at 84, 85 cents, somewhere around there. Let me turn this sound on over here. I didn't realize that I turned it off, and makes it a little bit more fun, I guess, too. So, un moment, or actually, no, I must have derped it. Let me see. Hold on. Maybe I can do this really, really quickly. All right. Let's see. Come on. Where's the thing? No, actually, I did get rid of it. So, all right. You know what? We'll do it. We'll do a new one right here. And what was I just trying to do? What was I just trying to do? Oh yeah, that's right. Where is the alert box? Hold on. I can find it. I know it's here somewhere. It's here somewhere. Where are you, little bastard? You little shit fuck. I need to find you right now. And the best way to do it is to just get mad, I guess. I can't find it, actually. What the fuck? Oh, I found it. It's right there. Literally right in front of me. I had it selected the whole time. Let's try this. Okay. Boom. All right. Let's try that. Oh, and why isn't the chat box working as well? Let me bring that up. Because that would be cool to be having. And also, it's because I literally don't have it on my fucking screen. How about that? Redacted this morning. Very redacted. Very redacted. All right. There we go. We finally got the chats back on this one as well. I am going to adjust this screen over here. No, let's do it this way. There we go. Okay, cool. Actually, that works pretty well. Kind of. I mean, it's still kind of fucked up, but can I make the background solid? I'm sure I can, but do I want to do this right now? Well, wait, no. Okay. Hold on. I know this is like terrible to do during a stream, but whatever. I'm not a professional streamer. I just really enjoy it, and and I'm learning on the job right now. There's got to be a way to change the translucity. Maybe I can add like a filter, perhaps. Yeah, let's try it. All right, I'm gonna try this really, really fast. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I don't think I can do it fast. Fuck. All right, we'll try this. Did that work? Nope, didn't work. All right, didn't work. All right, we'll figure that one out later. What's up, Mr. Longcar? How you doing, man? Professional gambler right there. Real gambler. I'll get to, I do have to get these ones in order, though. I just saw that one pop up, but I will move on from there. We'll go to Eric Amaker first. He says, Sol Bitcoin on the daily, please. Sure, man. Let's see what that one looks like. On Binance, not good. Wow, not good at all. The thing is that it probably is setting up for a bounce relatively soon, but you know the trend is your friend right here, right? So Question is, does it bounce from here or does it trade lower towards like, let me mark this area out, somewhere around here before it tries for a bounce? Maybe yes. The reason why I do say that it's probably setting up for a bounce relatively soon is daily stochastic momentum. You know, once you get into the critical region like this, it's getting closer to a bounce and not. But I am inclined to say that this one probably trades a little bit lower first before it tries to bounce. But it's very, very close to a bounce. Very, very close to a bounce. Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, I did get the alert box right there. Let's put it there. Okay. Yeah, let's put it there. Okay, sweet. We got it. All right, next one. Let's see what else has lined up for me. Anima says NOS USD on MEXC. Okay, NOS USD. What the fuck is this thing? This is a new one for me. No sauna? No Santa? No sauna? Fucking bullish. I don't know what the hell this thing. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. All right, I will bite. I'm just curious here. Oh yeah, just a clean 72,000% gainer. The fuck, man. You know, this rally is very, very mature right here. When I start to see like double extremes on momentum oscillators like stochastic and especially volatility indicators like we see on BBWP, you know, and those two things simultaneously, it's probably closer to a high than not, but it does look like it has at least one more push. I would say once you see the next stochastic cross to the downside, you're probably looking at the next major high. But for now, probably more upside still. It's very, very close. It's very, very close. And who knows what the fuck this thing is and what it does. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's just that point in the crypto cycle right now, I suppose. Young Rico says bonk on the daily, weekly, all-time high break. Let's see. I think a lot of these things are going to be kind of doing just generally that. Let's see, bonk. I don't think that this one's as ready as some of the other ones that we've seen. Who the fuck is sending me messages? God damn it. It's not how you fucking do it. There's very clear instructions, sir. I don't know why that makes me just rage. It's like there's very clear instructions on how to get access to certain things, but people insist on sending TradingView messages instead. So I would prefer it if, I don't know, take like the 1 second to actually read the instructions, but whatever. Doesn't matter that much. All right, bonk. Look, I do think that it probably is going to join the rest of the market and, you know, turn up and probably retest prior all-time highs and probably make new all-time highs. Current range though, low side. This is nothing like too crazy right here, right? Low side, whatever the hell this number is versus whatever the hell that number is right there. When you see weekly stochastic momentum turn back up, that's when I'd probably say this one's ready to at least retest those prior highs. But for now, it's consolidating. I think this one trades a little bit sideways for a while, more than anything else. Anyways, Tom Struck said, oh, nope, he has a nice message there, though. What's up, Tom? Tyson Patterson says, Bone USD. I think we just looked at that one. Let me double check, though. Bone Shiba Swap. Holy shit, these fucking dog coins are getting crazy. Look, it's an ugly-ass chart, but is it going to trade up from here? Probably yes. Bullish divergence on weekly stochastic momentum. As long as you're above 55 cents, it's trading like 10 cents, 11 cents above that right now. I think that this one trades back up towards like 80, 85 to 90 cents. Again, usually I'd look at charts like this and be like, it's bullshit, and probably is long term, but I think this one is getting ready for a bit of a prolonged bounce here. It's that time in the market cycle. Let's see. King Cosmic says, does the VMP still work with the Chart Prime Jewel package? It will. I just haven't sent it to them just yet. Do you have an avatar of Richard Hart? Is that what I'm looking at? Is that your avatar? What happened to Richard Hart? Is he still around? But yes, I just have to send them the code. It'll be done in the next day or two. I'm also waiting for them to update the range statistics as well. They told me it'd be done by today, so they're a little bit slow sometimes. But yes, it will be done. You won't have to do anything else. All good. But you'll have to delete and then of course re-add it. But all good there. Round trip no more says Pendle USD. I remember we looked at this one like a week or two ago, and I remember it was very impressive. Let's see where it's at now. It's that is pretty impressive. Again here, While I don't think this one's done like long term, I do think that it is getting ready to enter into a period of prolonged consolidation. You're seeing weekly stochastic momentum cross the downside as long as it's below about $3, and bearish divergence here as well. So I would be looking for sideways and maybe a little bit of downside. Could trade back down to like 180, 190-ish region, I think worst case scenario, but I'd be on higher low watch there. Monthly, long term, probably still is more upside, but for the short term, I'll be looking for sideways, maybe a little bit of downside, and then just be on higher low watch as this one cools off a bit, because it was a first mover, I believe. I mean, this one's been basically vertical since November 2022. Yeah, really impressive long term. Just short term, I think it trades sideways and down there. Moving on, Cripster says, good day to you, sir. Aptos Weekly. All right. I'm really, I really want to commend everyone for including timeframes for this. It makes it so much easier for me just to understand like what you're looking for, so I can make it relevant to you as best as I can. Anyways, weekly right here. This one is, I think, completing a consolidation and getting ready for more upside. Again, weekly stochastic momentum holding within the bullish control zone, as you can see. Where's my damn brush? Give me my brush, motherfucker. There we go. As long as you're above 9.25, basically. And this one's putting in a higher low as well. So I do think that it's getting ready to move towards like 13 to $14. Yeah. This one is ready to move, whereas the other one is like ready to consolidate. The one that we just looked at. I see, who is this? This is Halwem. TIA daily. Thanks, brother. No problem. Again, a time frame given. This is fucking great. This is fucking great. But I still suspect that we haven't really seen like the true noobs come into this market just yet. As I showed off my YouTube statistics last weekend, I got a lot of good feedback on that video. People just really liked the transparency with looking at my views and even revenues, which I'm happy to share. Like it's fine. It's all good. It's also some people like very mad that they seem to be triggered about the revenue stuff. Like, dude, it is what it is. Like it is what it is. Nothing like crazy. It's nothing. It's also nothing to like be ungrateful about either. It is what it is. I don't know why people get so fucking crazy about that. Anyways, TIA. This one, similar to 2 ones ago, in that long term it's probably okay. In the short term, I do think that this one is getting. I mean, it is in a prolonged consolidation here. It's basically been ranging since January, right? And I do think that this one is searching for the next higher low, maybe somewhere around the range lows of like 14.5-ish. You know, long-term bullish as long as you're above there, but short-term, does it trade sideways within this range and probably test some downside there? Probably yes. Stochastic momentum on the daily will turn up here, but I think that you get something like this maybe where it comes down for like a quick one and then does something like that. If you see the next like major higher low you see, that's the one I think where you come back up to the range highs and maybe even bust on through and bust on to new all-time highs perhaps as well. All right, there we go. Now I see Michael Longcar. He says AGIX daily and monthly. Sure, man. All right, let's see. AGIX USD. A lot of these AI coins. Another one that has broken its prior all-time high. Long term, really going to like this one. Even in the short term, well, short term, maybe a little bit less so. It can very easily pull back a little bit more towards like low 60 cent, but overall, I don't think the upside's done. You know, this one is macro bullish as long as you're above like 60 cents. So can it pull back there? Sure. But I think that would just be an opportunity before this one does try for new all-time highs. All higher term timeframes bullish. Monthly is, you know, just put in its first higher low and it's already traded above its prior high, so it must be reversal just by definition, as you have a, you know, higher high and higher low. So, you know, short term could very easily pull back more towards, you know, 60 cents, maybe a little bit below there, but I'd be on higher low watch here. And yeah, short term, it very likely does pull back. I mean, you're seeing extremes here on volatility and you're seeing daily momentum turn down. So I'd say that's a pretty good setup for a try lower. Maori says Osmo. Okay. Osmo USD. Osmosis. Okay. How long is this one? This one sounds not familiar. No, it's been around since 2022. Weird looking chart. Definitely not like among the strong that we've seen today. Nor is it like significantly weak, but just ranging here, man. I know this isn't too helpful. It's a big range, 215 to the upside versus 1.25 to the downside. Short term, yeah, momentum's to the upside, but it's right in the middle of the range. To me, this is like a no trade. But I would look at consolidations within this range. So basically anything above 1.25 as long-term bullish. It's just how long can this go on for? You can go on for a long time. I don't have any strong opinions on it, really. I think we've seen more mature ones today. Let's see. VC says T triple Q is on NAS. Okay, weekly, monthly. Let's see this one. All right, here we go. And you're looking at weekly, monthly, very high term time frames. Okay, monthly. You do kind of have to be looking for at least a short term pullback somewhere around this region right here, which it is getting, to be fair. See what the daily looks like. With a gap like this, you always have to be cognizant that it can very easily pop back down and fill that. But long term, do I think it trades higher from here? Yes, I do. Do I think it trades closer to $70 in the next few months? Probably yes. But in the short term, I would be looking for a prolonged consolidation. Again, just same issue here. Weekly, stochastic bearish divergence, downside momentum as long as you're below $60. It's a good time for some sideways, maybe a little bit of downside. Long term, the direction is set, however. Yeah. Let's see what the quarterly looks like. Actually, we should look at the quarterly of Bitcoin. I haven't looked at that in a long time now, and it's fucking good. Wow. Wow, the quarterly is more bullish than what I even considered. Fresh stochastic momentum across the upside. It's already testing around your closing all-time highs. Wouldn't be surprised to see this. Jesus Christ, man. This market really is way more bullish than what I considered. New all-time highs this year is not a crazy statement in my opinion anymore. I mean, it sounds pretty egregious. I always want to temper myself out and smooth things out between, and I never want to come off as like extreme bull or extreme bear. At the end of the day, I'm a trader and I want to make sure that I come at this from like a balanced view, but it's a hard chart to argue with. I do think before end of year, actually, very, very easily could print new all-time highs. Wow, very impressive. Very impressive. Chandlery Trades says AXS, Axes. Okay, this one was a prior cycle shitcoin. Did pretty well last cycle. Looks to me like we do have the low in. Let's see what a weekly looks like. Yeah, weekly I think is ready to turn around. You're getting your first higher low right here. Weekly stochastic momentum terms up above $8.50. It's trading 30 cents above that right now. I think this one's ready to turn the corner and probably trade up into 2 digits in the coming month. Yeah. A strong tide lifts all ships, even ones that go down by a very healthy 98%. The fuck? Let's see. What name is this? Friend says, thoughts on PP. All right, let's go see PP. I think PP actually had a phenomenal move yesterday. Yeah, Jesus Christ. You're testing your prior all-time high closures here on a weekly. So does it pull back in the short term? Maybe. Yeah. It's a pretty strong move, though. I don't think long term it's not done. The weekly's not done here. I mean, it's just freshly crossed the upside, rejecting the bearish control zone. Long-term bullish. Short-term, does it play out a sideways and downside move? Maybe, but I would just be on higher low watch. Yeah, pretty fucking good right there, man. Coin Daily Weekly. This one is the one that I like to watch. And then you go on to say some very, very nice things, man. By the way, you've legitimately changed my life. I've been waiting for you for years. Where have you been all my life? I learned so much for you. I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate that, man. It actually does mean a lot to me because at the end of the day, I've been kind of financially retired for a long time, and so I just do this to one, keep my own sword sharp, by continuing to to do this. I can't really ever stop trading, but I've certainly lowered the amount that I do, and so it's I'm glad to hear that it has that effect. Of course, there's also the business side as well, and I'm not opposed to making more money. It's always funny when you run into people and they're just like, oh, you're just doing this for the money, huh? It's like money's not a bad thing, Money is not a bad thing, and if you treat it as a bad thing, then you shouldn't be surprised when it starts to elude you, because because why would you go towards bad things? Just use it for fucking good. That's all. But yeah, man, I really appreciate that. But as always, I haven't said this in a long time, but as always, if you're getting something from this channel, understand that it is, in part, it is you doing something, because if you're watching the content and you're actually paying attention, and then you're practicing, you're gonna have your own spin on it, and you're the one doing the work at the end of the day. So more power to you, man. Anyways, Coin Daily Weekly. This is one of the only stocks that I own. Maybe I did. I'll go back after this one and get them. This is one of the only stocks that I own as well, and I was buying the shit out of it over here at $80. I didn't catch the low, crazy, but higher lows is what I'm looking for on this for a long term. And look, like somewhere around 215 to 220, it probably does find a short-term pullback again somewhere around here. It's already kind of there, but long term, this one is gaining momentum. As long as the weekly stochastic also is positioned to the upside above 158.5, I think it has more to go. And you probably see, I do think you're going to see new all-time highs on this one long term as well. Why do I say that? Look, this fucking month is bullishly engulfing not just the prior red dildo, but the prior green dildo before that as well. This is what you see during actual like parabolic runs. So I do think I do think you're gonna see a move towards or above like 300. I do think you're probably gonna see new all-time highs like further down the road. It's gonna take a long time, obviously, being that it is a monthly, but strong, very fucking strong, very, very strong. All right. Okay, let's see. I must have missed someone here. Okay, I did miss Incredible. He says mint layer, please. Okay. Let's see. Mint layer. It's a new one for me. I've never heard of this one. Consolidating at a very high level. Kind of similar to a lot of the other ones that we've seen that were first movers. This one also looks like it was a first mover. Current range, something like this, like 47 cents versus $1. I'd be looking for it to go sideways here for a while. I'd just be on higher low watch. It's bullish as long as it's above 47 cents, but could look something like that. I'd want to see a higher low above this guy right here, and then something like that, perhaps. It's LARP lines, of course, but just like as a general idea, just that next higher low that you see is the big one. Anything above 46 cents is bullish. All right, let's see. Snack says, hello, Krown. Prime USD on Coinbase, daily, weekly. Okay. Okay, let's see it. Another very strong new one, it looks like. These are the ones to be watching. Weekly, it's not a bullish engulfing, but this is continuation. I'm bullish on this one as long as the weekly oscillator is to the upside above 1120. It's currently trading like $3 above that right now. Daily, here's your last higher low, 1180. I'm basically bullish as long as it's above 1180. Can pull back in the short term, but long term, continuation is the name of the game. Nothing bearish as long as it's above, 170, not 180, but 170. Below 170, okay, fair enough. Yeah, probably comes back down below $10. But that would be my validation until then. Upwards and onwards is the way, with some sideways along the way as well. Farhan says, how does the VMP compare to the full Joule for those of us using the Joule? So it has the same, let me just show it over here. Okay, so how does it compare to the full Joule? So it is the exact same thing for just this portion, the fast oscillator, and how you interpret this. That is the exact same thing. Also, the Fibonacci numbers in the background right here as well. The difference, however, is that the full Joule has basically like a multi-function time frame, I think. It's more in falls, babies. And actually, I'm not going to be selling it anymore I don't think I sell it anymore anyways. But basically, it does things that way. For the Krown VMP, what I've added is statistics metrics for this. So there's the Joule P, which is the Joule percentile, and then percentile, which is more like a filter function. So I'm building around this now, and I'm going to be building more strategies around this. But yeah, if you're just, if you're just looking for kind of like the 80-20 rule in terms of things, it's the fast moving oscillator right here, which is the exact same between the two. The full jewel also has some other things going on with it as well, like trend filters, and a DMI on it, and a God mode indicator as well. But yeah. So to each their own, really. It's just got more momentum stuff, whereas I'm mostly focused on volatility and statistics type stuff. Anyways, moving on. Ahmad Kokosh says KDA weekly and monthly. Okay, KDA. So this is Cadena. I haven't seen this in like a couple years. Let's see what the weekly looks like. Okay, let me go back to this chart. It's a little bit easier. KDA. All right. Weekly. Again, it's like a lot of the other shitcoins that we've seen from 2021 and 2022. It's turning the corner here. You're getting your first higher low. I think it does join the rest of the market. I'd be bullish as long as weekly stochastic momentum is to the upside above 111. So, fair enough. I think it retests these highs at 169 in the more near term, and then maybe in the next month or two you see a move up north of $2. But to me, it really does seem like the old shitcoins from the prior cycle are like they're joining, but they're not joining as much as the new ones. They're not joining as much, so fair enough. Sir Mr. Jason, thank you for all the great content. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Lev Ashen says, good morning, brother. What's up, man? MBS USD. Okay, MBS. It's only on Bybit and Gate.io. Very similar chart to what we just saw. Again, you got your first weekly higher low, stochastic momentum to the upside. I'd say basically the same things. It's bullish as long as you're above 3.5 cents. It's literally trading 2x from that right now. I think that you probably see like a 10 plus cent move in the next month. Fair enough. This one strikes me as a very low liquid shitcoin here, so you always have to be careful with that. But most things in this market are going to be doing the same thing. So it's just like, during the bear market, I'd say, okay, kind of have to be just bearish on all these blindly. It's just varying degrees of how fucking bearish you're going to be. Same thing over here, but to the upside. All right. Let's see. JT32 says MicroStrategy daily, weekly. Sure. I haven't looked at this one in a while either. Wow. Better than Coinbase, actually. Maybe I should have been buying this one. This one actually much stronger than Coinbase. Higher low. It's continuing to get momentum. Yeah, it's around these prior highs over here, so you always have to be cognizant of, pullbacks within these regions, but you kind of saw that 3 weeks ago, right, with this big wick. Now it's busting on through. I'd say bullish as long as you're above the weekly stochastic pivot, which is 615. Does it try another move towards 1,000? Probably. Monthly, yeah. I mean, the monthly is pretty damn strong here as well. Hard to hate, man. Upside is the name of the game. Short-term pullbacks along the way are completely fine. You didn't give me any time frames on this one, so I don't really know where to go with it. But short-term, I'll have no comment on that. Long-term, up. It's good. Mr. Longcar is back. He's looking at Carderpo. Oh man, sir, you really are a gambler, aren't you? Why this one out of all the pieces of shit that you can choose? God, man. Fucking Arthur Haynes had just the best response to Charles Hawkinson's on Twitter. I mean, Twitter is just Twitter is so fucking addictive because of these conversations where Charles Hawkins said something to Arthur Haynes, like it was something to the tune of like, hey, I like you, but I heard you talking smack about Cardano. And he's like, yeah, it's a piece of shit. I like you too, though. It's like, God damn, you have to love that guy. And the really sad and awful part is that probably most people don't even know who Arthur Haynes is anymore. And it is just awful. Just awful. Again, same thing here on a lot of these other ones. You're getting your first weekly higher low. I'm bullish as long as you're above 55 cents. Upside is the name of the game. It's just not joining as much as a lot of the other things that we've seen, the newer shitcoins particularly. But, just want to make a move towards like 90 cents to a buck? Probably yes. Probably yes in like the coming month or two. You're going to see a lot of things do like these, play catch up basically. They're probably going to play catch up. Sorry, you said 4 hour and daily. Daily continues to range high, range low. Something like that, 4 hour time frame. This is like, I hate charts that look like this where it's like you can't even really tell what the fuck it's trying to do, but maybe one more try at the range high and then backs off a little bit in the short term. I don't have strong opinion on that. In fact, I'll just say I don't know in the short term. Like, what the fuck? I really don't like charts that look like this where it's like this sort of stuff. It just looks weird to my eye, and I don't have a strong opinion on that. Banana Man says, big time, Mr. Big Time. Mr. Big Time, sir. Mr. Big Time and humongous. 4 hour and daily. Daily right here. This one's a newer shitcoin, it looks like. Not as strong as a lot of the other new shitcoins, which is kind of concerning. Short-term range or daily range. High and low, 50 cents versus 29.5 cents. It's testing the range highs. Probably gets one more try to the upside. I'd give it the benefit of the doubt as long as it's above 40 cents. But if you start to lose 40 cents, okay, it probably plays back down somewhere around the range low and looks for the next higher low there. Of course, if you do see a break above the current highs at 49.5 cents, you're probably going to see a nice run towards 60, 65. Jesus Christ, man. A lot of super chats today. I'm going to have to turn this down. I do have in 1 hour from now, I do have to definitely go. I do have a massage. I'm getting a dry needling. If you don't know what it is, basically in dry needling, they stick needles in your back. Cause my neck is just so stiff, man. It's so awful. Like if I try to turn it this way, it doesn't want to do it. Oh God, it fucking hurts. But yeah. Anyways, you don't give a fuck about that. Let's look at some more shitcoins. How about that? 4 hour makes me think that this one does maybe pull back a little bit here, but again, no strong opinions on that. It's the higher term time frames that you want to be paying attention to right now. Like, don't miss the fucking forest for the trees or the trees for the forest. I don't even know how the saying goes, but it's the higher term time frames that are all taking over everywhere, and I think that's like the big shift that I've been making this past week. It's like, don't fucking look at the short term time frames. They're going to lead you astray most likely. RM says, doggy weekly. When Elon tweets, sir? That's a good question. I mean, remember that the thing is with doggy derp is, oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that? There's a fucking dog on my screen. The thing with doggy derp is that, at some point, Twitter probably does it really does seem like they're going to try to integrate it. So when did they do that? Who the hell knows? But in this case, look, weekly high or low. I think this one's going to join the rest of the market. Probably trades up towards 15 cents. Weekly stochastic momentum is up above basically 8.9 cents. I'm bullish as long as that condition is met, basically. I need to take a sip of this water, man. I'm damn thirsty right now. I'm really fucking thirsty, actually. Do Krown make more money off super chats than training? I hope not, man, because super chats, it's if you actually look at the numbers at the end of the day, it's like $200, and I do it like once a week. So that would mean that I make about $800 a month, man. That's no more hookers and blow on that income. Kudzai says Shrap on the daily. Shrap, SHRAP, USD. I guess we go to KuCoin Dirt for this one. I don't know. What is the new shitcoin exchange of choice? Another weird chart. It doesn't have much history here to really be going off of. Daily, as you ask, high or low. Daily momentum turn to the upside above 27 cents. I think that this one's getting ready to do some busting action, probably towards 35 to maybe even 40 cents in the coming weeks. Maybe faster than that. Certainly bullish as long as you're above 27 cents. Below 27 cents, okay, some new going on there. Let's see what we got next. Ooh, man. It's a good one. It's a fucking good one. Rectangle. Oh, I see what you did there. Carderpo long term. I already we already went off that one. You say also send bobs. I'd like to send you my bobs, but I think that might get me banned. KG Moneyman says woo USD daily weekly. Okay, woo US derp. Okay, daily. Okay, weekly up, daily maybe a bit more, maybe some more sideways before it tries this upside move. But I do think the daily is getting ready for a move towards 60 to 70 cents. Again, weekly stochastic. It's just hard to be bearish as long as you have something like this going on. 39 cents is the pivot. It's way fucking below the. It's around like the last higher low basically. Daily time frame, does it try from here? I'm inclined to say probably not, but and the reason why I'd say that is because you already have extremes on volatility, and well, daily momentum actually turns back above 50 cents, so perhaps I'm wrong with that. The weekly though, I feel a lot more confident about. This one does very likely make a move towards like 60 to 70 cents in the coming weeks. Daily, who fucking knows? Let's see. All right, I see Michael Longcar. He's back again. He's looking at Solana, another one we haven't looked at in a while. Let's see, Solana, USD. Weekly, not as strong as, again, this one was a first mover though, to be fair, but not as strong as most things that we've seen today. I think that this one actually has some more sideways to go. Daily range is the same as it's been for the past like 2 months. Yeah, something like this. We almost got our 75 tick right here, got all the way down to 78. Damn. You know, again, it's like, is this your next higher low right here? I mean, momentum is turning on to the upside. I do think short term, you probably do test maybe somewhere around 120. Let's see what the 4 hour says. Again, another one's difficult in the short term. Like I really don't have strong opinions on this one in the short term. Consolidating between these boundaries is long-term bullish. It's just I personally think that this is not really based off of anything, but my personal opinion is that you do something like this. Like it actually does come back down, sets in that higher low, then tries for the actual move. I think it takes more time is what I'm trying to say. But on the weekly, you will see stochastic momentum continue to the upside above 104. So I guess you could use that as a pivot. I personally think it maybe spend some more time consolidating there. Just personal opinion, again, not based really off much. Rick in 305 says pulse chain on the weekly and monthly. Oh god, we've done it now. The pulse chain people are here. How do you spell pulse? I'm a real pulse chainer. I can't even spell. Just kidding, by the way. I actually know some pulse chainers and they're pretty cool people. I also know some other pulse chainers and they're fucking insufferable, by the way. Like, actually insufferable people. Let's see. I actually don't know which one's the right one to be going off of. I'm guessing it's wrapped pulse from pulse chain, but I don't know because there doesn't seem to be like an obvious choice here. So I'm going to go with this one. If it is this one, yes, this is bullish, and it's actually very bullish. But I'm inclined to say it's probably not because this is a very bizarre look. Okay, this is PulseX from Pulse Chain versus okay, that is just too much. You done did it with all these fucking acronyms and shit. You gotta stop putting pulse on pulse on pulse. Just fucking one. I don't know if TradingView has it. Okay, these are all the same shits. Where's just fucking pulse chain? Okay, maybe try this. Okay, I think this might be it. All right, this looks like most of the charts we've seen today. I do think that this is your next higher low. We see momentum turning back onto the upside above 2 cents. I don't know if this is actually pulse chain or not again, but if it is, this would be bullish. But it's probably not pulse chain because it just says pulse. God, man. I actually don't think it's on TradingView, man. I would genuinely be curious to see it as well. Wrapped Ether from pulse chain. Oh god. Yeah, I don't think it's here. I see PulseX. PulseX. Great name. You know what? Continue making all the fucking pulses. Got some good memes and some good names there. I don't think I can pull it up, man. I don't think it's on TradingView. It's weird though that Pulse X would be on TradingView, but Pulse Chain wouldn't. Like, what's going on there? Crypto Dama says we need some Lexington Steel sound clips in this biatch. Well, I guess we could do it for the Barrows. They're getting Lexington Steeled. I don't have it on this computer yet, but that's yet. Soon, my man, soon. Andre Swiss says thoughts on left transsexual cycle theory. How do you just say that with a straight face? Thoughts on left transsexual cycle. Like, this is the fucking weirdest space of all time, because most people will hear that and just be like, yeah, I know what he means. We also trade fucking frog memes and, and shit. Like, I saw this post on Instagram this morning by this crypto girl. She's actually really, really cool. Her name's Jessica, and like, she made this post from one of her discords that she's in about crypto shit, and like there was a post in there, something along the lines of how do you explain this to normal people, where you have 400 plus grown men meowing to each other every morning and making money off of it. And I'm just like, I just burst out laughing in the middle of Starbucks. I'm like, yeah, you don't explain it. I don't even tell people what I do. When people ask me what I do, I just say drugs, because it's more embarrassing to say this, and it's more difficult to explain this as well. Anyways, Andres, back onto the question. Thoughts on left transsexual cycle theory, massive market pump till end of year and slowly dump over the next 2 years, 2025 and 2026. I don't know. And I actually don't know what the left transsexual cycle theory is. I've seen, Elsa's laughing uncontrollably in the background. I've seen that term like once or twice now on Twitter. I haven't looked into it. I don't know what it is. My general view is that the 4-year cycle is broken. We have enough evidence of that now, and so using like models based upon that are going to be incorrect, and that a new model will emerge, but we won't know what that model is until this particular cycle is over. So maybe that validates the left transsexual cycle. And so for me, what that means is that the only things I'm going to be using from now on is not statistics based off of past cycles. I think that that's going to be wrong. It was certainly wrong for February, right? When we went over that, because I was looking for, it's not that I was looking for, it's just statistically speaking, downside was more likely. That's not what we happened. In fact, we had one of the biggest monthlies in Bitcoin's history ever. I think that speaks for itself. And Bitcoin has done several things that it has not done ever in prior cycles simultaneously with that. So to me, that says that the cycle is broken, and that we have some new going on. So for me, the only thing that I'll be using from now is return statistics, and then also volatility metrics and momentum metrics. So something new is going on is what that tells me. Anyways, Nate Allison says dog with hat. That's actually the first one that we said that we looked at earlier. By the way, one show with Fibbo Swan. I talk with Swanee all the time, man. He's a really good friend. And again, if you're new here and you haven't seen Fibbo Swanee, or if you're just not aware of him, check him out on Twitter. I always like to shout him out because he's I just think he's one of the best guys in the space. He does a different style than me, but I think he's a good example of someone also who has a system to trade, and he's real. He's real. Anyways, I will look at. Wait, did we look at dog with hat earlier? Sir, do you know about dog with hat? It's dog with hat. I'll show you. All right, just watch the screen, okay? I'm gonna bring it up. But I have to do another thing because who knows what sort of history I have on this computer. Dog with hat. So basically, what's going on now, sir, is that there are a bunch of new memes in this market, and one of them is dog with hat. Which, hey, how do I get the logo? Hold on. Dog with hat. Let's see. Can I get an image here? Oh, yep. Here it is. You see it? It's dog with hat, and it's fucking bullish as hell. Like, what do you make of that? Ha ha ha! What do I do? I mean, what? Like, the fuck is this shit? How do you explain this shit to like normal people? It's dog with hat. It's dog with hat. Like, what the fuck? You're in a cult. Oh, that's his hat. Okay. Dog with hat. Jesus Christ, man. Okay. Whiff. Long term, again, it's bullish. I'd be very bullish in this one as long as it's above basically 50 cents. It's not an NFT. It's like a real coin that you can buy. Do you want to buy it? I think it's spent some time consolidating between like 67 cents and 50 cents, but long term, I do think that you see a move towards like 85 cents to maybe even $1. Long term, it's still bullish actually. Let's see. Shillgate says ICP on the 4 hour. Okay. I'm starting to lose my voice now too. All right, let me take some more sips of these water. I have these massive water jugs here, by the way. Tell me you never watch crypto YouTube without telling me. I actually don't watch crypto YouTube. I want all my content to be very, very fresh, and I never want it to resemble anyone else's. So I actually really make a point not to watch anyone else's. But I talked to a couple other people, and it's not to say that other people are bad or anything like that. It's just I don't want to, I don't want to have my own opinions swayed by other people. Really, I want my shit to be fresh. Anyway, I want my shit to be fresh. Anyways, daily range right here. I mean, daily stochastic momentum is going to turn up above 12.5 bucks basically. But it's kind of like a lot of the other ones that I've seen that are first movers, which this one looks to be as maybe not a first mover, but it can fill out this space a lot more. But you're looking for that next major higher low, and I have just a weird tickling feeling in my plums that it might come down a little bit lower first before it tries for that higher low and then tries higher. Weekly, if this one pops back down below 12.5 bucks. By end of week, I'd say it's a really good chance that this one does come down lower first, towards 10 bucks and tries for the higher low there, and obviously would be bearish below like 9 bucks or so. Again, that's long term. Okay, Nimai says Aloha OPSEC versus Wrapped Ethereum. Okay, is this? I don't think I've ever heard of this one. Yeah, very, very new. Look, I don't really know what to do with something like this. Just there's not enough history here, and if I had to call it, I'd say this one looks like it. I don't fucking look. This is one where I should just say I don't know. I don't fucking know. There's not enough history here. I'm not seeing the volatility reads that I would expect if this one is topping out like right now, but I don't know. Long term, probably direction up. I mean, look, it's in a fucking bull market right now. It has no prior history, so it has it doesn't really have any like strings attached. It's just like, where do you invalidate bullishness here? I guess the only obvious place would be below this low. It's not really helpful though. Maybe it takes off from here. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. But it has good market conditions, I'd say. Some G, what's up, Some G? Great to hear live streams are back. Fuck yeah, man. RNDR daily. Okay. RNDR. Some G, one of my favorite names from the past cycle, along with Mr. Gaylord. I think I saw him comment the other day too. I was like, yes, man, you're back. This is great. Again, long term, man. I mean, this one's already at prior all-time highs. Next move takes it to new all-time highs, I do think. Bullish as long as it's above 6.25. All pullbacks that are short-term are probably just that short-term. Any pullback that fails to violate like below $6 is just another higher low. Yeah, anything above 6.25 is bullish. Just can you have pullbacks before then? Sure. I guess areas of interest to the upside long-term. Next one would be 9 and 35 cents. That's what I'd be looking at. Citus. Okay, Citus, whatever the hell, on QDERP. Okay, another first mover, it looks like, new shitcoin. So these sort of things have the stars aligning with it. But I do think it is range bound for a while here as a first mover. And seeing as you just kind of tested the range highs, I would be looking for it to probably do something like this. But I'd be looking for the next higher low. Long term, yeah, it probably does move to the upside. Anything above this low right here is bullish, of course, but does it spend some more time going sideways here before the next try to the upside? I think it's a little bit more likely. Let's see. What do we have? Man, I've been sitting for so long, my ass is starting to hurt now. All right. Rion Gauss says, sir, hope all is well. What's up, man? RNDR versus Bitcoin. Okay. RNDR versus BTC. Not as impressive versus Bitcoin, but kind of hard to be. But then again, when I go to the weekly, long term, probably does move to the upside from here. I'd have to be bullish in it as long as weekly stochastic also is to the upside. But the pullback, can it come further down? Sure, I guess. But as long as it's above this low, I'd be bullish on it. I'd just be looking for higher lows. Below that low, okay, fair enough. Big swing high there. But until then, I do think that this one actually does trade further to the upside in the coming month or two. Okay, what is this right here? High PC, says Michael Longcar. Okay, daily, weekly, no problem, man. High PC, this is Hypercycle. Oh my God, it has even like a memed up name. Jesus. Again, I like the higher highs, I like the higher lows. Weekly stochastic momentum is to the upside as long as above 61 cents. I have to be bullish as long as that condition is met. Daily, fucking weird looking. Might be a little bit more range bound on the daily, something like this. But still, higher low watch. Anything above 60 cents is bullish. Below 53 cents, okay. Big reversals, big bearishness, but until that happens, kind of have to be looking for sideways and up, I guess. Just the question is how much sideways. Rion is back. He says, RND. Oh, no, we literally just did that, actually. Now we have Rick in 305 says, you're correct, not on TradingView. Thanks for trying. Yeah, sorry about that, man. Unfortunately, we're limited by what TradingView does have. And I see that we're actually at the last comment now with Justin Lauzon. He says, Welsh USD on MEXC. Okay. Let's see what this is. I'm learning all sorts of new shitcoins today. This is interesting. Okay. This one really was a first mover. Hard one here. I mean, it's really wouldn't take too much to get this one in a reversal, to be honest with you. But I suppose you kind of do have to be bullish as long as you're above this seemingly higher low right here at 0.0079. Below there, okay. Reversal, you probably play back down towards like 0.6 of a cent. But until then, I guess you cautiously look for this one to continue to the upside. It's kind of crazy. Again, daily stochastic momentum remains the upside as long as you're above 0.7 of a cent or 7.2 of a cent. So I guess you could use that also as a governor here. But below there, I would be expecting sideways and down. Until then, I guess maybe one more try to the upside. Kind of crazy though. Let's see what areas of interest we have from this scale. Yeah, so it's at the 1618 right now. So usually you do see more. You do see like a consolidation once this level is hit. Long term, do I think it heads up north of 1 cent? Yeah, I do. But that's long term. All right, a couple more. Then I need to get ready for some needling. Yeah, you can close it. CMAO, VRA 4-hour daily. Sure. CMAO. Okay, no, it is not on TradingView. Not on TradingView, man. I apologize. Wait, what the? Oh my God, I literally just put in your name there, and I didn't even spell your name right. Holy shit, I'm retarded. Or I'm redacted. Veracity. Okay, this one I know exists. You're looking at 4-hour daily, retested highs here. So pullback from that is, well, likely, and that's exactly what you've gotten thus far. Daily momentum remains the upside above 7.5 of a cent, which you're above right now. So I guess it's kind of like the last one. It's like, I guess I'd cautiously be looking for this one to, no. I'm looking at the 4-hour now. The 4-hour is the more obvious one, actually. Extremes on volatility, momentum turning down. I always like that for a nice pullback at least, and then range. So does it pull back to like maybe somewhere around 7.3 of a cent? Maybe yes, but still be a higher low long term. Maybe that's a little bit too low. Look, the 4-hour, I'm inclined to say that this one is it's gonna trade sideways for a little bit of time. How low does it come on this next move? Somewhere above here, probably. If it does fail 7.3 of a cent, I'd be looking for it to come down like towards 6.7, but hard to hate this one long term again as well. I mean, I'm inclined to say that this one is going to head up towards like north of a cent. maybe close to 1.5 cents in the coming months. But short term, again, that's why I'm saying like short term is very difficult right here. It's like it wouldn't take too much to get an actual pullback in range for a while. By the same token, the long term does seem quite set. I mean, this monthly higher low right there. Okay. And we got Shane Bausch. He says, Matic on the daily weekly. This is a past cycle shitcoin. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Similar to the last one. What's up, Alex Switch? Good morning to you, man. Good to see you, brother. Similar one here, actually. Monthly, I'm bullish on this one, man. Bullish divergence on monthly stochastic oscillator. And above $0.50, which is literally trading 2x from there. It remains to the upside freshly, by the way, as well. Sorry, it's not bullish divergence, but this is good nonetheless. I do think you're going to see a move towards 1.25 in the coming month or two. Weekly, bullish above 85 cents. Daily, similar to the last couple ones that we've seen. It's like it would not take much to get a pullback with these reads right here. I'd be really focused on the higher term time frames. Daily below 102 would make me say this one trades sideways and down first, though. Okay, and I think we're done actually. Sweet. All right. Lord says just came to say I love y'all and hit the like. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, and I love you too, sir. All right, one last one, but seriously, we do need to close these super chats. I need to get going, and my throat actually does hurt, and. Again, I appreciate it. I just did it again. See now. Hex. What is Hex actually doing? I'm curious. Last I said the reversal is real, and this one trades north. The reversal is real, and I still think this one trades north. Just take some time here, I think. Daily turns up above 8.5 tenths of a cent, which is kind of at right now. I'd be looking for a bit more sideways here in this range. Maybe something like this, and then try it again. Higher low watch is the name of the game, I think, on most of these things. All right. Okay, we'll end it there. Man, my throat is fucking wrecked, but a fun first stream back. Actually, I do want to look at Super. Just because that's one that I watch as well, because my friend Elliot owns it. No, he made it. He literally fucking made it. It's been a first mover as well, very, very strong, especially for a 20 prior cycle shitcoin. I do think that this one still makes its way towards like 185 to $2. Long-term bullish as long as you're above 11 cents. Like that's just not even helpful. Weekly continues to the upside above 118. So I'd use that as like a short-term governor. Below 118, I'd say sideways and down for consolidation. Daily is 117. So I could even say that on the daily as well, probably. Long-term though, I like it. So the real question is, does it take more time consolidating in that time frame? All right, we'll end things right there. Damn, man. Yeah, my voice is wrecked, but like I said, very, very fun first stream back. Like I said, we might do 2 a week, depending upon volatility and depending upon my own energy levels, but definitely 1 a week, and I'll let you know at least 2 days in advance, usually. Or at least 1 day in advance, but usually 2 days in advance. And one thing's right there. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone for coming on out. It's been absolutely lovely and a nice little time here. And we'll end things on that note. As always, I want to wish everyone the best. I don't have an outro on this computer, unfortunately, but we'll just have to deal with it, my friends. What's up, Junior Riggs? It's been a long fucking time, man. All right. On that note, wish you the best. Take care. Much love.